Maniac with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So Bangalore is under curfew again. They brought in a curfew yesterday, 9:30 p.m, which is effectively fucked everyone's New Year's. Not mine. My New Year's is going to be sweet now because we can't go anywhere. But everyone else's is fucked. And it's not like cases are going up here either. It's just something they decided to do. I don't know why cases aren't going up here either. They seem to be going up everywhere in the world except for here. It just sort of stopped here for no apparent reason. Maybe people just stopped getting tested. I can't work it out, but one of my wife's friends who's Indian but lives in Australia came back to India and she was shocked at how fucking open things are here. It is a little bit like nothing ever happened here. But everyone seems to be getting it now. So many people I know have got it over the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's crazy. You would think with the rate it's going, in the next 6 months, every cunt in the world would have had it, except me, obviously. And it will have just burnt itself out and everyone will be like, hooray for the vaccines, even though everyone got it. And if everyone gets it, everyone should have at least a little bit of natural immunity. Which means, I would say in 6 months, unless there's some mysterious fucking new variant, there's always going to be new variants. They're going to fucking try and scare you. But eventually people will be like, I've had it. I don't give a fuck. So in about 6 months, when everyone's had it, no one gives a fuck anymore. Even if there is new variants, people will be like, fuck you. I'll deal with it. So then we can sort of look at what the new normal is. Mid-next year is going to be very interesting to see where we're at. Over the next couple of weeks, decisions need to be made about 2022. What the fuck am I going to do? The next decision is a complex one. I think where we are at with our next move is... it's hard to tell, but I think this is what we're going to do. I think we're going to go back to Australia, even though Australia is a fucking mess at the moment. Australia doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. So I hesitate to even fucking go back there. But it is the place of my birth. It is the country I call home. So I think we might be coming back to Australia so my wife can apply for citizenship. She never took up her citizenship because she's a fucking Indian patriot. But now the Indian passport's just become so much of a fucking hindrance that it's probably just best for her to get the Australian passport. And that process looks like it's going to take about 8 fucking months. So for her just to get the Australian passport will take 8 months. But the reason we're getting the Australian passport is so we can get the fuck out of Australia. So we can migrate easier to another country. Because on the Indian passport, it's virtually impossible. Well, it's not impossible per se, but when you're applying to these other countries as an Indian, they sort of want you to have a job as well. And all the companies take full advantage of the Indians because there's so fucking many of them and they're all trying to flee India. So they offer them jobs for fuck all money. So you have to work for fucking nothing for 3 years. And then the companies got you by the balls as well because you get kicked out of most companies if you're not fucking working. So if we go back and my wife gets the Australian citizenship, then it opens up a lot more avenues. It opens up Europe, it opens up the US, Canada would become easier, and then we've still got the option to live in India or Australia as well. I really have no desire to live in Australia again just yet either. But it looks like I'll be coming back for a year. I don't know when, and this is definitely not fucking set in stone. This can change tomorrow. But if that is the plan, I'll be stopping in Bali for at least a month on our way back to Australia. My mate Cal, he finally escaped Australia and he's back in Bali and he's just rented out a fucking big villa on the beach and all that sort of shit. So I wouldn't mind stopping in there and checking out Bali for a month before getting back to the Australian grind. I'll probably end up in lockdown in Australia again, I betcha. So I don't know, everything's still up in the air, but that seems to be what's going on. Decisions need to be made. This year is rapidly ending and next year is rapidly starting and shit needs to start moving. It's one of those decisions where you just don't even want to think about it. You don't even want to make the decision. You just want to continue living. Just living your life. But the different elements at play are forcing you to make a decision. So, fuck. That will be a rough year. Although I'll get around and start fucking gigging all around Australia. That will be fun, that part. But anyway, who gives a fuck? That's it for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, share it around with your friends. And I'll see ya the fuck later.